And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that dreams to climb a radioactive mountain that was featured during a sports show in the late 90s, only known as the Tuesday Night Special. And yes, Maestro, I still think to this day that mountain is neither made out of glowworms or made out of radioactive juices. Yeah, I think. Or kryptonite. That was my other guess. But before we go and try to figure out what the aggro crag is made out of from guts, we might as well go ahead and check out a couple of these video game hits along with those video game clips from the Inde Cade world that are trying to make their way to the Inde Cade Festival next month for another edition of the Inde Cade Triple S Deluxe. And we might as well head on over to the art wall with our first, or should I say at this point, fifth nominee that is going to make its way to the Inde Cade Festival for this year from White Paper Games with their game, The Occupation. And the picture that they have up for this week shows a girl's wrist with a picture of her family inside of it with the word S.Puffy7 written on her hand, all while looking at what appears to be a code box in the middle of a construction site, which I got a feeling leads to some form of secret laboratory, which automatically reminds me of not only Sherlock Holmes, but a little hint of No One Lives Forever in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future that this does lead to some form of underground facility that you were given to actually watch over as a kid. Yeah, and you finally learn what all the messages were about, and you finally can go in there as an adult. Which I think is what's happening here. Could be wrong. And besides the Maestro saying that we're thinking about a classic episode of Get Smart with that secret lab, we might as well head on over to the sound wall for this week, and the sound we have up comes from none other than Vladimir Koman-School with his said song known as Eternity from the video game Nexus: The Zodorian Oracle from the developers Anthric Worlds. And when I close my eyes while listening into this sound, I'm automatically reminded of a wizard waiting in his secret lair for a challenger to come along to challenge him for his ultimate power. That is, if he can make his way through the secret traps that lies in his secret fortress that can only be seen on the south peak of a giant mountain during a distant thunderstorm. And the Maestro for this week, once again with his impressive arts and crafts skills, was able to design a papier-mâché model of a giant oversized secret base that's on the south peak of a mountain with a little miniature lightning rod that's sticking out the side of it to make thunder appear. How in the world are you able to make this thing glow with thunder when there's no thunder around? Oh, you used lights on the side of it. Nice, very impressive, I like it. And besides Maestro using papier-mâché and makeshift light-up Legos to make my silly ideas come true, it's now time for us to head on over to the Screenshot Saturday Showcase for this week. And the Screenshot Saturday Showcase screenshot we have up for this week comes from none other than Sophia Stab Golenbakken, and hopefully we said that last name right, with their game, Junk. And with the concept of this game being not only the fact that you're a junkie trying to earn enough money to get a cure from the sickness that you have against the capitalists that are trying to prevent you from getting the money and eventually dying from your sickness, it automatically reminds me of Requiem of a Dream with Pie, with a little hint, since it looks like the Necronomicon of Evil Dead, the remake version. Because it did involve somebody who was trying to get a cure from drugs and end up getting possessed by a demon. And oh, before I forget, folks, the reason why I said it looks like Necronomicon, the picture that they have up for this week shows 4 eyeballs with buttons on the side of them with what appears to look like flesh for a game board. And that's the reason why I said it looks like the Necronomicon. And here's hoping in the near future that this game has one of those revival or get out of jail free cards to help you live just a little bit longer during this game. And according to the maestro, that's a maybe. Hopefully they add it. And before we head out for this part of the show, folks, we have 3 award categories to announce that will take place at this year's Inde Cade Awards. Besides the Tabletop Award, you also have the Location-Based and Live Play. And finally, for this week, the Adaptation Award that will be handed out on Friday, October 11th at 6:30 p.m. at the Inde Cade Awards that will take place at the Inde Cade Festival for this year. Now, throughout the rest of the way toward the Indie Awards, we will be announcing the rest of the award nominees and categories along the way. But until then, folks, if you guys want to check out any of the nominees or any of the things that are featured on the art wall, sound wall, Screenshot Saturday Showcase, or even have your games featured on there as well, you can head on over to the indecade.tumblr page, only known as indecade.tumblr.com, or head on over to their Facebook page known as Inde Cade, or even their YouTube, Twitter, Flickr, or even website or any other pages that are all named the same but are as critically acclaimed, only known as, you guessed it folks, Inde Cade. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music once again and continue listening to these diamonds in the rough as we try to turn your Tuesday night into a Friday night, only here, right here, on the Tuesday Night Special. So don't go raiding your fridges for that midnight snack just yet, folks, and stay tuned.